Okay, hello recording. Hi. So, really quick, an update because I don't think it was recorded. I think I'd paused the recording by that point. So if you watched part one of this, you might know that towards the end of it, we got cut off a little bit because of some internet problems. My internet was being an ass and not behaving, and so it just was not fixing itself, and there was just no immediate solution I could do to fix it, unfortunately. I don't really have control over it. So, however, this is the same night as that recording. The issue is that I am now really into this. I feel like I have only just begun. I don't really want to have to stop playing because of internet issues. It would make me very, very sad. So I have decided instead I'm going to keep playing at least like an hour or two more. Maybe just an hour. Just to get a little bit further in, meet another character or two, and just record it. I'm recording it right now. It's going to go up on my VOD channel as if it was a normal VOD. I may also upload it directly to Twitch because I believe I can do that. This is just so that it is still preserved, it's still there, but I don't have to stop playing. It's very unfortunate because I would like to stream, because I would like to interact with chat and stuff, but I just don't really want to stop playing it right this second, especially right now. So yeah, we're just gonna carry on and have a good time. Welcome back to episode 2. We kind of stopped in an awkward middle point in this conversation. We're gonna keep going. So, yeehaw, and hopefully if you're seeing this, that means the recording worked. I really hope it works.
But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of course. That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
It's true, some people just like eggs.
The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days.
Is she laughing?
Was that a nervous laugh?
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
A whole pot full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring.
It's interesting that it's full of blood.
The red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
I do not know the answer. A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although, now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint. It is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
Why would my father make a model of Freya? There is a drawing of me, a drawing of Detective Hawkshaw, and a drawing of Poppy and Fitz.
Why'd you hesitate? What's up with that?
I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it. As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever. This photograph is my favorite photograph.
So, why'd you rip it in half?
That was not me. Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
Yeah, third being Poppy, I'm sure.
Do you know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time.
Alright, on to the good stuff.
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro... something or other?
Microbiologist, but it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing.
Scientists just like cheese.
What can you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
Quite extreme, alright?
When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
Interesting.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
Let's go. Why not?
There's something about Felix's painting supplies. Something suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Let's ask him about it.
Not yet.
There's something about the image of Flora in the painting. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Not yet.
It's a magnifying glass. A big one.
How come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You couldn't pull off the pipe.
What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiments. I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
That's even worse.
True.
What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like I hope it's just a bunch of notes about her mic.
What's that big book on
Looks
the
like
desk?
I hope it's just a bunch of notes about her mic.
It looks like a microscope. A big one.
Can I touch it?
Sure. Oh no.
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
Please side for my list. Okay. Assuming you're making that shape. That's shrink. So this.
got it.
I'm impressed.
Look at that.
Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box. There's a book in here.
A book. Secret diary. A well-used book resembling a diary. It's locked with a strange metal device. Fascinating.
A pretty ornate window with a great view of the lake.
We're supposed to be looking for clues, not assessing the real estate value.
And over here, you'll see the owners use sheets of paper to block out all that unnecessary natural light. A simple trick, but it really transforms the space.
Homemade posters. This one's about the Pythagoras theorem.
I've not heard of that band. Are they any good?
Haha.
Homemade posters. This one's about
I've not heard of that band.
boxes of stuff.
That's a whole lot of books. Scientific formulas, probably. I'll openly admit I have no idea what any of it means. That's a whole lot of books. Crystal chandeliers. Extra fancy.
I don't know. They just seem old-fashioned to me. Plus, they're kind of dusty.
That's a whole lot of books. Stuff Fifi's thrown away.
You gonna rummage through the trash can?
No, that is quite beneath me, thank you.
I give it 5 minutes before you're in there.
Stuff
You gonna rummage? I give it 5
It's
minutes.
tempting, though.
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
Hmm. Okay. That one. That looks a lot like... Huh. Oh, that's us, the detective and Sally. Why are we on here? A bit odd. I was thinking, like, briefly, maybe it's a romantic diagram, but I guess it can't, because it looks like... Or maybe it is? Maybe it is. We don't know who this person is. It would mean that this guy, whoever he is like a two-timer.
Arrows connecting all the different suspects.
They're not labeled, though.
Yeah, they're completely meaningless.
Hmm.
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself.
The family tree and the drawing board?
It's a bed.
Barely.
A new suspect! Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
I'm innocent, I promise.
Save it for the judge.
Alright.
Nice room.
It's a mess, but yeah.
Okay. Let's go get some... Actually, let me look at the family tree real quick. I just want to glance at it.
What is
I think it's a family.
Interesting. I guess it's not, because if that's Penny or Penelope or whoever, I don't know. Or I don't know, I guess I don't know who these are. I just was assuming based on Flutter's reaction to a certain sprite. Interesting. Gazing at it a moment, just understanding. Okay. Let us go. Some mystery. I'm hoping that magnifying glass is decorative and not that I've missed something.
A little hand-painted
How
stuff.
can you
Well,
tell?
also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
My daughter Fiona, our little burgeoning genius. You've met her?
We did. She's going by Fifi these days.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago, what's wrong with your real name? She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of syllables. She makes up the strangest things when she's under pressure.
What makes you think she made that up?
I happen to know the real reason she prefers Fifi over Fiona.
Oh, yeah?
It's what Freya called her.
Oh, good.
Freya was quite the talent. She had a way of capturing the spirits of her subjects. Not in an evil way, in a good way. That's one of Freya's paintings, is it not? It's impressive, but a little miserable for my tastes. My daughter Fiona and her best friend, they grow up so fast.
Do you know why it's ripped like that?
Ah, yes. I didn't even notice. No idea. Where did you find that?
It was in the library.
Really? How odd. Why would someone lock up a book like that?
We think it's a secret diary.
Aha! Teenagers are funny, aren't they?
Alright, I guess I need to ask about the...
I've been carving for a couple of... I was hopeless when I started.
Do you paint them yourself, too?
I do indeed. Nowadays, I can make just... Of course, this...
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword?
Of course, but my
Same
weapon...
thing. Oh, I
So,
missed it.
about this paint we found in your room.
Nothing suspicious about it. I used it to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to do.
Uh-huh.
We never said it was suspicious.
Come on then, out with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
It's not your paint.
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots.
I didn't even know the lids were different. I just know the
Discussion.
labels are.
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
Freya's paints.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Roll it and replace this one. Two. Lids were swapped to higher. Yeah?
Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
That red paint is from Freya Supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is connected to your murder.
But it is, though. Oh god. Why is Felix stealing Freya's paint relevant to the murder? Thingamaboos contains no... Red paint was filled with blood.
This red paint pot was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Oh, that's definitely something. Right, fine.
I don't know how I got that right.
Here's the story. I was busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know, perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well, I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment, but it's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday. I needed red to paint the final details.
Could you not have just used a different color?
I'm guessing that bird, I thought initially it was a chicken, but I'm guessing that bird must be the ink pot bird that was from the book, because it's all Flora's favorite things or people.
Out of the question.
Or not-
It
yeah,
has
Flora.
to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it, why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end, after what happened. Seemed a bit, insensitive.
Flora? Oh,
We spoke to your daughter Fifi. She's some kind of super intelligent scientist. You must be proud of her.
right. Horse. Stain.
This is a photo of Fifi, isn't it? Your daughter? Have you seen this book before? Do you know who it belongs to?
Horse, I presume.
I really thought she was gonna say something there.
Me too. Right.
So, this painting, specifically that knife in Flora's hand.
Yeah, it's creepy. But we didn't find a knife anywhere in the room. So what's going on?
I know. It's not a knife.
It's not a knife. We need a clue to compare with the painting. Something to explain what that knife shape actually is.
I got you.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Let's. Painted knife and a feather. It's actually just a feather from an ink dip bird.
The painted knife is actually just a feather from an ink dip bird.
It's definitely the right shape. But the book's not in color. The thing Flora's holding in the painting is red and white, specifically. Is there anything to suggest that the ink dip bird is red and white too?
Yes, there certainly is. Come on, quick.
This little thing? I don't understand why Felix would make a model of this bird as part of a gift for Flora. And come to think of it, why would Flora be holding a feather in the painting anyway?
Ink dip bird. Penny's pet, so she kept. Horse pet, so she kept a single feather to remember it by.
The ink dip bird was Flora's pet, so she kept.
And I assume
a
it would be in
single
that
feather
Fabergé
to
egg.
remember it by.
She kept the bird as a pet. And it died?
Maybe it flew away.
Flora spends all her time staring out the window.
Either way, she kept the feather. I think it was pretty important to her.
Alright, so she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? You'd think she'd keep it somewhere close by.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in a
I think
fancy
she
egg.
does. Normally. This is where Flora usually keeps her feather.
Empty egg.
But we opened it. It's empty.
Mm-hmm. Completely empty. Flora? She's pointing at something in the corner of the room.
It's just a pile of books. They're not. Wait. There's something tucked inside this one.
Gasp. Aww. Drawings of Flora and a small bird. There is a handwritten message on the back. These are for you. Love, Freya. Aww.
I like these drawings, Flora.
Is there a reason why you wanted us to see them?
Interesting. Interesting.
We're at the
I
top.
think so.
Doesn't matter. It's...
These are for you, Freya X. I see. Alright. Really quick, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go put my dip away that I was eating earlier, and then I will be back. It's funny I was like, oh, I'm gonna be right back, as if I can't just like pause the recording. I'm still in streamer brain. Anyway, we're gonna continue on for a second. So we're now at a point where we've seen everything we can on this side, I think. Unless I wanna quick actually like let me talk to this guy. I just want to like have shown them all the items.
These drawings are quite precious. I'm surprised Flora let you see them.
What happened to the bird? Did it die?
I don't know. Seems likely though, doesn't it?
Is that why Flora's generally mute? Because of the birdie. Hey, we found your secret diary. How do you feel if we just show it to you?
A book. My book.
And what's in it?
Pages. Freya drew these,
Yeah, I think so. There's a note on the back.
but she never showed them to me.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother, like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
Damn. Alright, let's go. I want to go outside first. Over here. Oh, hello. Are you the caped person in the drawings?
A pointless little stone tower.
I don't know. Might be a good hiding place.
Want to play hide and seek?
I could be persuaded. These plants are giving off a relaxing smell.
I didn't know we were supposed to be smelling things.
Nothing there.
A little bridge leading back to the gardens. How long is that thing? More of that weird lake water.
Really makes me wonder how this structure is supported. Yeah, are we on an island or what?
Beats me. It's a sea serpent, turned into stone by a wizard.
Ah, if you say so. What happened to its head?
Beheaded by the same wizard.
It's a big stone dais.
Biggest one I've ever seen. First one, too. There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it off.
Interesting.
You ever see a mushroom that big before?
Not in real life.
It's Tangle Tower. Or at least it's the mansion at the base of Tangle Tower. It's Tangle Tower. Or at least it's the... A giant glowing gemstone full of plants.
AKA a greenhouse. Looks like it might be about to fall apart. Grimoire, you go first.
Nothing there. Is that a clock?
If it is, it's a clock with 4 faces.
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
Numbers. Like it's a 3. 9. We're going to be, I guess. This? No, I think I actually had it. Those are in offices. Maybe what if I... Damn, 6. Fuck. On opposite sides? Oh.
Reset the puzzle.
Okay. So... move that, it's perfect. Okay. Move this, it's perfect. And if I move this, it's perfect.
That's the one.
So I could do it in 2 moves. Cool.
Hey, not bad. What's in the box?
A little tool thing? Looks like a telescope, but I'm not actually sure what it is.
Small lens. Small brass tool with a curved glass lens. It has a screw at the base. I'm assuming that's like the scope for a telescope.
A wooden trunk that opens up into a full desk.
I want one.
Hello.
Whoa, nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally.
I like
and
you.
This is my sidekick, Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh.
Nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya Fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do. Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Flora Fellow.
You think she's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange habits. I heard she barely sleeps, an hour here or there, sporadically. Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky. Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
I think he knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious. Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition. No focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely. 314 cases solved.
Jeez.
300?
Freya Fellow is of great interest to me. I perceived her to be the most intelligent individual here at Tangle Tower. Within a day, she had identified for whom I was working and for what I was searching. I didn't know how she did it. I was impressed. I regret that I did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
You couldn't have known she was about to be killed, though.
I have only myself to blame for failing to perceive the signs.
What signs?
I do not wish to do your job for you, detective.
Okay.
Tangle Tower. No idea why they insist on calling it that. It's not even a tower. It's little more than a pair of turrets stuck on either side of a mansion.
Have you searched the whole place?
I believe so. Why?
He wants to know if you found any secret rooms.
Huh. I'm afraid the residents of Tangle Tower are far too ordinary for anything like that.
Doubtful.
I was disappointed too.
I know
You
there's at
truly
least one.
Consider this a case file?
What's wrong with it?
No organization, no system.
That's my style. I like seeing everything laid out at once. Yeah, it helps me think.
How quaint. Have you deciphered the meaning of those 4 symbols on the harp?
We're working on it.
That's a no then.
I might have an
Where'd you dig
inkling.
that up?
It wasn't buried. It was underwater.
Someone trying to conceal evidence, perhaps? Conveniently left anonymous. It's useless until you can prove to whom it concerns. Can you do that?
No?
No. Makes quite an impression, doesn't it? Although I can't imagine why she painted Flora wielding a knife.
You didn't see a knife anywhere in Flora's room, did you?
I did not. I conclude whatever stabbed Freya must have been brought into the room from outside. Unless, of course, it was the painting itself.
Surely you don't believe in that kind of thing.
A detective's job is to examine every avenue.
Why do
of
you both
thinking.
believe this?
You got it open. I'm impressed. I managed it myself yesterday. I thought Flora might be hiding something in there.
It was empty yesterday, too.
Hiding the
It
what?
was. Perhaps it's always been empty. A somewhat cumbersome device, and an altogether inefficient way to listen to music.
What kind of music do you like, Hawkshaw?
I like anything.
Stop flirting!
What a cop-out.
Sally! We're on a
I
mission!
believe that was in Flora's room yesterday, but it was not cracked when I saw it last. Paints?
Yep.
Paints.
Mm-hmm.
The paint is still wet.
Yeah, well, we know Freya was in the middle of painting when she was killed.
Do you know that? How? Because you were told? I'd tell him not to quit his day job, but he hasn't got one, has he?
I thought her hair kind of looks like a hat.
These figurines remind me of a case I once solved involving a possessed doll. Turned out to be a bit of a smokescreen, as these things often do.
Your life sounds fun. Grimoire, why don't we ever have fun adventures like that?
Are we not having a fun adventure right at this very moment?
When did Freya draw the picture of you, Hawkshaw?
I didn't model for her, if that's what you're asking. She must have done it without my permission.
Could just be from memory. It's not quite as detailed as the others anyway.
I admit, it's powerful. Freya was a talented young woman.
Someone even liked it enough to take a photo of it.
Now, we don't know why they took
It
the
looks
photograph,
like-
do we? Perhaps they just wanted
It looks like her, doesn't it? Wait. It kind of looks like it's an abstract painting of her. We'll look at it more in a minute.
A photograph of Freya. Could be important. A book from the library. One of hundreds, no doubt. What makes this one special?
It's about birds.
Yes, I see that. A diary. Have you read it?
Not yet. It's locked.
And you haven't attempted to force it open?
That would be cheating.
Does Flora still own that bird? Do you know?
Don't think so. The drawings are from a few years ago.
I see.
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
And, what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for up-close investigation work.
What do you magnify with it?
Trace particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
What were you looking for?
That is between myself and my client.
Okay.
It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so?
Sally, stop flirting.
As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite.
Statement.
Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled, that much was clear, but sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
Interesting. Anyway, this feels like it could be a picture, like a very abstract picture of Hawkshaw. Like, very abstract, but... Because it's like the dark hair that jets out at the sides, the long red cape, the white face. I don't know. I would assume it's extremely abstract, but I don't know. I might be off, but just a theory. Let's go to the garden. The greenhouse. Oh no, why are you looming like that? Don't do that to me.
Is that fruit? It's shaped like fruit.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no. Hanging baskets. They're so high up.
To you, maybe.
You're only 2 inches taller than me.
2 inches makes all the difference. Is that fruit? It's shaped like fruit.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no. That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers. Bags of soil.
It's so blue.
Bit of a decadent flooring choice for a greenhouse. Tools. Used by a gardener for gardening.
This one's in a little pot.
Okay, that is definitely not edible.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
Potted fruit. A potted fruit was with a hard gemstone-like skin. The soil in the pot is an unusual blue color.
Tools. Used by a gardener for gardening.
It's bigger in here than I thought it would be. It's glass, but I can't see through it.
Total oxymoron.
I am not.
A little chart of. Actually, I have no idea what it's about. Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
It's bigger in here than
Tools used by gardening.
It's bigger in here than I...
All right, hello, Mr. Man. The glowing eyes.
We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him.
Ooh,
He's
Fitz.
a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitzfellow, the gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
Can't you just ask people why they're
No.
tall, Sally?
I like Flora. I hope she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone. Felix is a contradiction. His loyalties are placed firmly within the realm of materialism, money, property. But his ego relies on an entirely fraudulent self-image, don't you think?
I was just about to say the same thing.
Fifi doesn't like me.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you find out, maybe you can let me know. She questioned me,
About what?
my work, the plants, bit of everything.
Did she search the greenhouse?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Maybe she did it when you weren't in there.
No, she hasn't touched it.
How can you tell?
Trust me, I can tell.
Okay.
She was always kind to me. She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working, sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first. Eventually, they started asking questions.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about flowers. Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Insects?
One of my jobs is to protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away. I didn't really understand her, but she was always kind.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes, doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah, it was a joke. I was joking.
Oh, I see. Nice painting. Gives you a pretty good idea of the layout.
The lake looks like it forms a perfect circle around the island.
It might seem strange to you, but nature is quite capable of producing perfectly geometric forms.
And those mountain cliff things around the outside?
We don't know much about them. They're unscalable. Not even Freya could have gone up there.
What's that?
This painting, it's speculative. There are no photographs from this angle as far as I know.
So Freya just made it up.
Let's call it an informed estimation. Who gave you that information?
Well...
We don't actually know who it was. We were contacted anonymously.
I see. And what happens if the person who contacted you turns out to be the murderer?
I never thought about that.
Honestly, that would be kind of fun. Like a twist, you know?
It's of no interest to me, but I overheard Poppy and Freya talking about it once.
What were they saying?
They were arguing about something, but I can't remember the details. That looks like it might belong to Poppy. How odd.
What do you think that is in Flora's hand?
I don't know. It does look like a knife, but Flora wasn't holding anything at all when I saw her after the murder. But there's something bothering me. Something else.
What?
When we went into Flora's room, she wasn't standing in this position.
Well, she probably would have moved around a little bit by then.
She wasn't standing at all. She was kneeling on the floor. It's an egg with feet.
It was locked, but we opened it, but it was empty.
Fun story. That belongs
True.
to Poppy.
So, why is it up in Flora's tower?
I'm not sure. That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
These cracks are so odd. There's clearly something to do with them because, like, the gramophone's perfectly cracked. All the bottles are cracked perfectly on one side. Tape is cracked, so presumably it was the one in the gramophone at the time.
Different to flowers.
I'd say so, yeah.
At any time, flowers can bloom with perfect, faultless colors. Red, blue, white. With paint, once you've tainted a color by mixing it with others, not even the most skilled painter can return it to its pure form. There's something off about this.
What is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we missed a clue up there?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Felix made that? Huh. That's quite sweet, really.
Fitz, one of these drawings is of you, in the rooftop garden, I think, with Poppy.
Mm-hmm. Are we done? Freya's best work, in my opinion. Although, the photo doesn't carry the same energy as the real thing.
What do you think it's a painting of?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the subject matter? What's that big red thing?
Oh, I don't think it's that kind of painting. It's Fifi and Freya.
Don't you think Poppy should be in the photo too?
Maybe, maybe not. She doesn't really like crowds.
2 people isn't a crowd.
Right, but if she was in the photo, then it'd be 3.
Checkmate.
Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that anymore. I've tried, in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me. I could never get it to live more than a couple of weeks. Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that book.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note on the back, too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized.
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her. This is a good example of how things work. I mix that soil here in the greenhouse. It's made with water from the lake.
And it makes the fruit grow all shiny and gem-stony.
Sometimes. You never really know what's going to happen.
And what do you do with this shiny and edible fruit?
You look at it.
Fair.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Okay.
Could you say that again?
Why
but,
is it
like,
why is it purple?
balance it, as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes.
Alteration?
Huh.
Like mutation.
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener. I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human.
What?
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
I need to look at what's his nuts statement again, because I feel like that was a lot more people in the room than what he had said.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
Not yet.
The people here are surprisingly materialistic, considering how sheltered they are.
Materialistic?
Growing this fruit simply because it produces a gemstone-like material. For what possible purpose, other than financial gain?
You're speculating.
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow valuable stone straight from the earth? I'll say this, he's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse, but I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers in secret.
Whoa, scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless.
What? Right. I want to look at the thing again. This thing.
I'm still not sure about this thing.
Should we take another look?
Oh, okay, there's different. So I was thinking, and I think these have to do with certain rooms, and these rooms will have certain symbols.
Let's come back later.
So I'm assuming that's what that's gonna mean. Let's look at Fitz's room, because then we'll complete one side of the tower and go from there.
Quit sulking. Not every room is going to be full of clues.
Huh. Neither of these lights have an actual light bulb.
They're just decorative.
Oh, so decorative.
Quit sulking. Not every room is going to be full of clues.
An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Why?
I don't know. Hello.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Doesn't need to be. It's a combination lock. Sort of.
Arranges the pieces of paper to find into the box of travel. Okay, I got that one. One more. Let's see. Did I just do this one? No, I didn't.
Nothing.
Maybe if you move the paper around, you'll find it.
Ah, I see. Clever puzzle, clever puzzle.
That's done it.
Neat. Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
Ornate trowel. A metal gardening trowel with a decorative pattern. It has a decorative pattern engraved onto it and letters on either side of the heart. EP Heart FF.
Doesn't look soft. It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front. Inside it says, "To Fitz, from PP."
That poor
So
plant.
obviously in love.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy, but sad. I think it would rather be outside.
It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Nothing.
The tiles have all got that same sun symbol on them.
Those moon symbols in the slots. Are they connected?
Maybe they're connected, but also not connected.
Nope.
Maybe the information we need is
So where is it?
somewhere else.
Okay.
Let's come back once we...
Go check on some stuff. Hello, beautiful.
We spoke to Hawkshaw. I assume she didn't get anything out of you either. I bet that really ticked her off.
Do you and Fitz have anything to do with each other? Other than your initials?
Thank you. Let me look at his... That's his path. Okay. All I get, I don't get his full O'Neill. I'm not worried about it right now. I guess I could ask him right now.
Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant because we both wear, you know, red capes of a sort.
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say. I heard on the grapevine. Supposedly Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item. Something called the Golden Beetle. Honestly, it's probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it. Fitz? I don't trust him. He's slippery. Never commits to anything. Brain like an onion.
An onion?
Did you two have an argument?
No, but my daughter doesn't like him at all. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. She's a very vigilant young woman.
Just because I
So,
want to get the...
about this paint we
No,
found.
no, no, no. I want to get the,
It was dusk. A feeling.
Abridged version, please.
Right. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora too, of course.
Okay, so this is about... Yeah, that is about what he said. Okay, so that is about a consistent... But... When did Poppy get back up there? You know? I have a feeling it's like Poppy and Fitz are probably... It feels like it's too obvious, but it feels like the most obvious thing now. Though they also... He didn't mention Pointer coming by at any point. But then they also said the door was locked from the inside. I don't know.
Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
Okay. Interesting.
Name, Haksha. Age, unknown. Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes, quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard. Name, Fitzfellow. Age, 24. Profession, cryptobotanist. Likes soil, dislikes electric lights.
Hang on. Cryptobotanist? I thought he was just a gardener.
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely 5.
So, what's your problem with him?
It's not the time for jokes.
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower. He was making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
Okay. I wonder if it's a knight instead just a ornate trowel.
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No, I don't think so.
Who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh yes, it has a telescopic lens. It can only be used for looking at things that are far away. The fruit here has a unique chemical makeup. It makes them completely pointless. Unless you wish to cut it down and sell it as a precious stone.
It's not edible.
Depends.
On what?
On the structural integrity of your teeth. That blade.
It's a troll for gardening.
It is?
Yeah, so she didn't see a knife. She's out. Okay, I want to do one more thing is I just want to refresh myself on the tree one more time.
What is
I
that?
think it's a family.
Yeah, so... So it's like, it's Flint, Emily had Fitz. I'm assuming the families don't like Poppy and Fitz being together because they're like, you know, they're not directly related, but they got an in-law situation going on, I assume. That's why they're being all sneaky, that they're not doing a good job. They have all their fucking hints fucking everywhere. Interesting. Interesting. For some reason I thought that Penelope was Percival's like sister or wife or something, but no, that's apparently just his niece. Interesting. Fascinating. Alright. I could do a little crib. Alright, with that, I think I will end here tonight. I've looked at half the tower, so I assume I could probably get this done on one more second sitting. The current moment in time, I don't fully know what's going on, but I have a suspicion, like, Poppy and Bits have a lot of, like, kind of suspicious behavior going on, but I don't want to believe it because they feel, like, too obvious. But I'm like, I'm trying to see, and I think it'll be more obvious once we look at the other group, because I know in Detective Grimoire, it was, like, kind of obvious. Like, the twist wasn't, like, it was, once you fed the guy who was the killer, it felt, at least to me, I was like, well, obviously it's this fucking guy. So I don't know if this game will be similar or if it'll be a bit more sneaky. There's obviously some stuff, because, like, there's definitely going to be a secret room. It's not the one that I thought it was, because apparently that is just the garden that everybody knows about. But there's definitely going to be some secret door. I guarantee it's going to be related to the thing in the garden. This golden beetle situation. I have a feeling that Haksha's probably there looking for something similar, or perhaps investigating some kind of, like, lineage situation. But I don't know. With that, though, I'm going to go ahead and hop off for tonight. I hope you guys had so much fun watching, and this one, especially because I didn't have chat to interact with it or anything. I will hopefully finish this sometime soon, and hopefully in an actual, like, stream, if my internet can work. But yeah, with that, good night!